Jacqueline, I just saw in your chat, you said the program I developed is to never let my past clients forget me. It includes sending out cards, text, emails, voicemails, gifts, calls, all planned out in advance. So all I have to do is follow my calendar, and whomever is due a call, their info is already on my calendar. I want that program. How do we do that?
So what happened to me is I had a client come to me and said, "Oh, I hope you remember me, but I need to sell my mom's house. She helped me with 2 properties a while ago. I hadn't been keeping in touch and I felt like a crumb." So that was about 3 years ago. And so from that point on, I built a system where like the day one, they get a send out cards with a photo of them on the card that goes out with the brownie. Then that same day, we build out, I use promotional personalization wall. We build them out like a doormat that says, "Welcome the Smith family." And so on my calendar, my staff goes on day one, they build that, they go onto their program and they build it out. Then I put a reminder in my calendar for 10 days from there with the person's name and phone number for me to call them to see if they received the map. "Hey, it's Jackie, just checking in to see if you received the little gift we sent you. Wanted to say hello and see how everything's going." Then they get the normal text messages, emails that everybody else is sending out through the process. But then a little while later, we're going to send them out those thermoses that have their photo from when I like to take their photo at the closing day or in front of their house. And I use that photo to market with them. So I put that photo on a mug. The mugs cost me $20. And I put their photo on the front, my logo on the back that says "Compliments of Jackie and Dino." And then my staff builds that. It's in the system on day 20. You build that. So that goes out. And then I know on day 30, they've probably received it. So then there's another message in my calendar, because otherwise I forget. If my staff didn't put all those dates in my calendar, check on this person, or you guys can do the same thing for yourself. Build it out and then put a reminder for yourself to make sure they got it, because it's the connection that they need from us. This year alone, I've gotten 5 referrals from it because I'm in people's mind all the time. And that's what it is we out of sight, out of mind, guys. If they don't hear from you or see something from you, they forget about you. So when it comes times to list, if somebody else happened to mail them and they haven't heard from you, they just go with that next person right in line. And the other thing I'm doing now is a housewarming party. It costs me about $200 for $200 for me, $200 for my lender, and $200 for my attorney who closed them. I did this in June. I just had a really successful one where it cost me $200. I paid for all of the food. I had a photographer come and take photos, each one of my clients with their guests. And that guest got a thank you email with a photo of them on it from send out cards, not an email, a card in the mail with their photo and my client on it saying, "Thank you for coming to the housewarming." Now they're set up on a drip campaign. I did that in June. The end of June, I got a referral listing from them. In July 31st, we closed. So my $200, I made $5,700. And I set it up as a whole campaign where after we close, I say, "Hey, here's my registration form. Please send me 50 of your closest family and friends that you want to invite to your party." So they send me over their email list. What better way to get free referral leads, right? So they send me over the list. I go on to send out cards. I make up a card with my client. I send it out that we're having a housewarming party. Then a couple of days later, we call them to see if they got it. Then we text them to see if they're coming. And then we call them the day before to make sure they're coming. And then the day after, we thank them for coming and we send them out a card. So we built it into a little campaign. So just a suggestion, but it's working fabulous, guys. And it's very little output for the return on investment.